Oh yeah, Vic Vega strikes back once again. Let's take it back to the motherfucking source. Yo, let's take it back to the motherfucking source. Who's representing Southside to the north. And I'm about to set it off.
Flashing back into the essence where it's got me in a state of reminiscence. At the age of 12 and I was just an adolescent. A story that's been told by Vic Vega, the professional. Cause where I'm living at is filled with crooks and violent criminals. It's all been written from the mind of a prophet. My bars are too expensive like the Auckland City apartments. Picking up the microphone and start to manifest. From my own point of view, I'm like the movie's main protagonist. When I was young, I used to hang out with my cousins, walking down the train tracks, throwing rocks and started cussing. Things be changing quick, brothers got caught up in the game. All the cats I used to know ending up joining gangs. For what? Cause younger thugs, they still ain't showing respect. Rival gangs are still at war, going at each other's necks. Most of them are either killed or either doing time in prison. Even these molded kids are still struggling with depression. The drugs and alcohol communities is gone berserk. Families have been destroyed and still my country's getting worse. Women have been abused and they be treated like an object. Times be getting rough and I'm still living in the projects. This place is filled with discrimination. I spend most of my time writing my rhymes, looking to find some inspiration. Sitting back while I'm writing down this letter, listening to music on the bus that's heading to the city centre. Living on the streets is not a game and it's a shame. It's been said my country has the biggest suicide rates. The New Zealand government's to blame. I'm sick of seeing all my Māori peeps ending up in early graves. Emergency housing has got me living like an animal. Struggles on my mind, so I wrote myself a manual. Fights during the night, people were slamming on the doors. Even complaints were being made, tenants been leaking on the floors. Majority of thugs resort to job and drug dealing. People changing from drugs, it's gotta be the worst feeling. I take a look around, I realise my life is hell. Cause where I'm living at feels like I'm trapped inside a cell. Times is getting hard, brothers are dying in vain. Trying to survive throughout the times is never simple and plain. Words will define the harsh realities of murder and crime, and it's predominant. So now it's my time to shine. As a youngster, brothers were fighting on my block. People watching by and started snitching to the cops. They seem to do it just for entertainment. My Auckland neighbourhood's a pack of rebels, everywhere it's getting dangerous. So many petty crimes were committed by small timers. Copper 5-0, the city blocks are under fire. These streets are turning cold cause it's an everyday survival. Even your best friends will later turn into your rivals. The people that I knew started selling pounds of crack. Street corners been invaded, brothers don't know how to act. The struggles are real, that's why my music defines. Teenagers be packing knives and choose to live a life of crime. These newspaper articles I saw was dead serious. Police were on the hunt and residents were left furious. This whole city's packed with vicious thugs and petty strangers. Violence going on throughout the streets, we're still in danger. 3 people were killed, it was all over the news. Mad shots been popping off and so police wearing blue. People would take your situations further, leading to innocent bystanders being falling victim to murder. It's like my country hasn't changed, where everybody's dying in the sun. This whole city has gone deranged. History was being made, I shoulda had a 12 gauge. Blood stains smeared on the pavement, now it's making front page. Young bucks incarcerated by the madness they created. The crimes around my way are mostly gang and drug related. Nobody is real, it's getting low down and gritty. I'm ashamed to everybody causing drama in my city. Every time my heart keeps pounding, but you don't even know what's gonna happen. Be aware of your surroundings. It's a horrible world we live in, where people getting killed and knuckleheads will end up doing time in prison. Problems going on, it's got a brother feeling heartless. No matter what you do, you're ending up with murder charges. Nothing hasn't changed and murder rates are still increasing. So that's the kind of life when you're living in New Zealand. That's the kind of life when you're living in New Zealand. That's the kind of life when you're living in New Zealand. That's the kind of life when you're living in New Zealand. That's the kind of life when you're living in New Zealand.